R2? R2. Yes. Yeah, I know. Hey, Sacred Island, watch the language. Old friend.
What's up, everyone? The Paradox Nerd here. Welcome back to my channel. And today I'll be reviewing the Hot Toys MMS 408 Star Wars R2-D2 from the Force Awakens movie. Okay, guys, a couple thoughts before I do my review. Basically, I was really on the fence on picking this guy up. And the reason why I say that is because for the price point of around $230 to $250, I wasn't sure if he was worth it. I wasn't sure if he was the droid I was looking for, basically, is what I'm trying to say. But I'll explain more of why I feel the way I feel with this droid a little bit down the review. Alright, so let's dive right into the review, starting off with the packaging. And as you can see, it comes in your basic Star Wars theme, black and gray packaging with a picture of R2-D2 in the front. And in the back of the packaging, nothing special, just your warnings and information in regards to the figure. And inside the packaging, you get a slipcover with a picture of R2-D2 in the front, and right next to him is BB-8. And behind the slipcover is the actual figure itself. In terms of a score, I scored the packaging a 7 out of 10. Really nothing special, just your basic Star Wars theme packaging. Alright, so let's check out the articulation for R2. Considering that he is a droid, he actually has pretty decent articulation. Let's start off with the head. As you can see, you can turn his head pretty much all around. There's these little knobs that kind of light up, so they could this one could actually move. The ones back here don't. They're kind of like stuck in place, so it's pretty good. And as for the legs, you can actually pretty much rotate it all around. Same with the other side. And now at the bottom of his legs, you can see you could kind of turn it to kind of like pose him in his regular stance that he usually has, so that's pretty good. Same with the third foot. And for the third leg, you could actually push this all the way in, and this is when we first meet R2 in the movie, was when he was shut down, and this is the position he was in. And to pop out the third leg, just push that in and out it comes. Considering that he is a droid and not technically a figure, I was kind of generous in the scoring part of the articulation department. The only gripe I have is that these knobs back here don't move the same way as the one in the front. As you can see, this one turns and the other ones are just kind of stuck in place. But besides that, R2 has pretty decent articulation. You know, you could kind of pose him the way he needs to be posed as a R2 unit. So that is why I gave it a solid score, an 8 out of 10. Alright, so let's check out the accessories that come with R2. Yep, this is all you get for the accessory department for R2. I mean, it's a pretty cool remote and it controls like all the sound effects for R2. It doesn't make up for the fact that I feel that I got ripped off. I mean, for that price point, they should have just kind of added a little bit more, to be honest. I mean, this should have been maybe like a 2-pack with BB-8. Not just a remote control and R2. I mean, really, this is... I mean, it makes my review a lot easier, but still, like, I feel like I got ripped off. So in terms of a score, yeah, I kind of give it like a 4 out of 10. Alright, so let's move on to the detail and the paint application for R2. Now, this is the selling factor for R2 in my opinion. I mean, look at the lighting on R2, really cool. And the way to control the lighting is actually tapping the side part here, and you tap it again, and lights up kind of all around. Tap it again, turns it off. Here we go again. Tap it once, and just these little knobs light up. Which is pretty cool. Tap it again and everything else lights up. I love the weathering all around his dome. I love the die cast material that they use because it makes the dome pretty heavy, and really loving the paint application all around his dome. Kind of shows you the wear and tear of R2 throughout the years, especially since R2's been around since the prequels. Okay, so here is R2-D2 in the dark. So pretty cool lighter feature, pretty bright. They're all LED. So, and it kind of lights up like your DTOF pretty well if you have their lights off. But really digging the lighter feature on this figure. Here are the different sound effects for R2. Alright, moving on to the body, as you can see, really cool paint application, good weathering, showing the signs of wear and tear for R2 throughout the years. Look at the bottom of his feet. Kind of shows you like all the detail and the weathering. Loving like these hoses on the bottom of his feet. Really cool. Like just really cool detail all around in general. But my only complaint is that's not diecast. Now, in terms of a score, I scored the detail and the paint application department an 8 out of 10. Hot Toys did an awesome job with the paint application, the detail, the lighting. The lighting is very bright. The sound effects, you get quite a few sound effects for R2. My only gripe is the body of R2. It feels cheap, like I mentioned before. I kind of wish that they added the die-cast material throughout the whole body like they did with the dome. So that is why I scored it an 8 out of 10. Okay guys, so my final score for R2-D2 is a 27 out of 40, which is a 6.75 out of 10. Now, the reason why I only scored him in 4 categories was because I wasn't going to score him in the head sculpt department. He doesn't have a head sculpt. He just has a dome, which I kind of counted it towards the detail department. Now, for the score being so low, it's because, number one, he doesn't have that much accessories. He only has that remote control, which is really disappointing in my opinion. Another disappointing factor is his body. His body is made out of plastic, which makes it feel a lot cheaper. And it doesn't like coincide with his dome. Like his dome is like die-cast and his body is like plastic. Like the majority of his whole body is plastic. So those are the 2 main gripes I had with this figure. But besides that, I mean, it's a decent figure. Like I wouldn't say it's terrible and I wouldn't say it's great. I mean, I just feel that it's just average. I picked it up because, you know, I thought it was going to be good. But for the price point, I felt that I got ripped off. You know, I just felt that maybe he should have been paired up with BB-8 or C-3PO. Right now he's sold out, but I wouldn't even recommend you picking him up used, or I mean, unless you got a pretty good deal. I would wait for Hot Toys to release another version, and you know they are, especially when they released another version of Anakin with the Sith eyes. So you know that they're gonna release another version of R2-D2. Okay guys, so that wraps up my video. Thank you guys again in taking the time out of your busy schedule and watching this video. Smash that like button if you liked the video. Let me know in the comments below what you think about R2. Are you gonna wait for a double pack, maybe with C-3PO? You know, let me know. Also, don't forget to subscribe. You know, I got a lot more content, a lot more unboxings, reviews coming your way, so you definitely do not want to miss out on that. Alright guys, thank you guys again, and all I want to say is, doesn't matter what you collect, collecting is collecting. Alright guys, I'll see you guys next time.
Years ago you served my father in the Clone Wars. Now he begs you to help him in his struggle against the Empire. I regret that I am unable to present my father's request
That
to
was
him
a cheap move.
but my ship has fallen under attack, and I'm afraid my mission to bring you to Alderaan has failed. This is our most desperate hour. Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only